Everything is so loud right now, don't you think? I had a completely different thought, style, and structure for today's video. Gemini season is starting this week, and so it's a great week to really talk about Gemini energy, right? And tap into the energy. But here's the thing. Apart from just delivering this information to you, I literally live it. I'm very much a sponge for the energy, whether it's the energy in my immediate vicinity or it's the collective energy. And so these transmissions aren't just, okay, here's the forecast for the week, enjoy. Oftentimes, it is my embodiment of that energy that I'm delivering to you so that you have a better understanding of what the energy of the moment is, right? And in that vein, it would be very disingenuous for me to just sit here and say, well, Gemini season is starting, and wherever Gemini is in your chart, this is where you should be vocal and express yourself and all the things. That is the essence of Gemini energy, but it may not necessarily be the essence of Gemini energy right now. And that is because we've also got Uranus in Gemini. And if you're familiar with astrology, you may be thinking, okay, so Uranus in Gemini, that sounds like a lot of chaos. It sounds like a lot, and it is. And interestingly enough, the reaction to that is very much demonstrated sort of by my demeanor and my tone of voice right now. With all of this noise, with all of this chaos, with all of these dumpster fires, this is actually a week to get kind of quiet. It's a week to try to get back to yourself. And it's a week where, above all else, you need to hear your own voice the loudest. And hopefully, I can help you do that. So, if you want to know more about the energy of the moment, stick around. You definitely don't want to miss this. Hello, my loves. As always, I hope that this video finds you well and in excellent spirits. If you're new around here, hi, hello, and welcome. My name is Mel. I'm a professional astrologer and I'm the founder of Divine Feminine Works, where I help people unlock their divinity and discover their magic. So if you're new, welcome aboard. And as always, if you are returning, welcome back. So, like I said in the intro, there's a lot of noise right now. It's unavoidable, it's undeniable. And there's always two sides to every story. It's like you have the more positive side and the more negative side, right? Uranus and Gemini, which is going to be activated this week when the sun moves into Gemini. Not only is Uranus going to be activated, but Mercury, the ruler of Gemini, is also in Gemini, and it's right next to Uranus right now. And the sun, over the next couple of days, is going to pass over both of these planets and really activate them. Now, in a positive way, some of you may not be feeling like I sound right now. I sound a little muted, a little slower, not mentally, just in tone of voice. That's deliberate. It's not only the energy that I want to convey, but it's also the energy that I'm actively living in this moment. Some of you may be feeling energized. Some of you may be feeling mentally sharp, sharp as a tack. Like it may be a week where you feel invigorated, right? And that's amazing. And I kind of wish that for all of us. But for many of us, this may feel like overstimulation, too much noise, headaches, extreme nervous system dysregulation, feeling ungrounded, feeling untethered, not being able to hear your own voice. And in that vein, quiet is necessary. Even if you are feeling energized, I feel like this is a week where some quiet will do all of us some good. So, before I even get into everything that this video was about, I literally want you to take 30 seconds, whether you're driving, you know, if you need to pull over, if you need to just zone out for a minute, if you're at work, take a little break, go outside, get some coffee, get some tea. If you're at home, stop what you're doing, just merely for 30 seconds. Allow yourself to zone out. Allow yourself to, I don't know, engage in breath work. Allow yourself to just stare at the wall. Just be quiet, collect yourself, and when you're done, come on back. All right. So hopefully you're feeling a little more relaxed, a little more grounded, a little more back to yourself. This energy, or the energy this week, is very conducive to new ideas, changing your mindset. Now, apart from the sun just activating Mercury and Uranus this week, it's also going to form a trine to Pluto. So Pluto is going to be activated as well, and Pluto is currently in Aquarius. So this is a time, just if we're looking at the astrology in a very technical sort of way, this is a time where we could really change our mindset, where we could really think differently and therefore be different or have a different life experience on a much higher level, right? The issue is that there's so much noise going on. And, I was even hesitant to do this video because I was like, I don't want to contribute to that noise. I don't want to be necessarily another voice that goes in one ear and out the other, or that you find just too overstimulating, or, you need to do this and this is the energy and you need to capitalize on it. That is not my intention with this video at all. I literally just want to let you know what the energy is like and allow you to do with it what you will, right? But in any event, those aha moments, those flashes of insight can be really difficult to hear and understand if you are mired in everything that's going on right now. And I'm not even talking about the state of affairs, right? Because clearly we're at war, at least here in the US. Our government seems like it's falling apart at the seams. There's elevated prices for everything. There's all of that. But then there's also a whole bunch of discourse, a whole bunch of narratives, a whole bunch of commentary, people just talking just to talk. Everyone seems to kind of have a motor mouth these days. Everyone wants to say something. Everyone's got a podcast. Everyone wants to tell you what you should be doing. Everyone wants to tell you what you're not doing well enough, what you need to improve on. And while this is great in the sense that we are, we have access to all of this information that many years ago we would not have access to. If we wanted to change our lives, we literally could just, get on the internet and find a plethora of information for us to do so, for us to use, for us to emulate, for us to absorb, for us to, store in our mental notebooks, right? But when does it become too much? And can you separate what are your thoughts? What's your story? What is your narrative from the noise, from the chatter, from the commentary? That's where things get a little interesting because with everything that we're hearing, with gender wars, with entrepreneurship, with women and sexuality and all of these things, what are truly your thoughts? What is your story? What is it that you believe? What are your values? Do you know what those are right now? And if you do, can you hear them? This is the week to get clear on those. So this video is not going to be long. As a matter of fact, this is probably where I'm going to end it because that's exactly what we should all be engaging in right now. Even if you're feeling amped, even if you're feeling pumped up, even if you're feeling like you want to go a mile a minute, before you do that, take a minute, recalibrate mentally, figure out what's yours. and eliminate all the other mess, all the other junk. Spend time alone. Again, it could be zoning out, it could be taking a walk in nature, it could be reading a book, it could be listening to music or a podcast, it could be a variety of things. Whatever can allow you to get back to yourself is gonna be the best thing to do this week. So, I'm gonna leave it at that and allow you to do so, all right? And if you want someone to talk to, if you need some clarity, if you have an idea that you want to capitalize on, if you are at the crossroads of making a decision, whatever it is, if you need some clarity this week, book a clarity call with me. It's free, it's 15 minutes. We can discuss anything you like really at this time. I can discuss how best I can serve you with my services, or maybe we can figure out that maybe we're not the right fit. But either way, if you want to have a little conversation, book a clarity call. Link is in the description box below. All right, my loves, thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you mental peace, some quiet, and a return back to yourself this week. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.